Well, hello YouTube. And this video is directed towards the people of Rainbow Lake School. My name is Mike, and I used to go to your school and live in your town. I moved there in about 1980 when my dad divorced my mother, and she took myself and my sister up there because her sister worked for, she was a camp cook. I think I'm trying to remember where she was a camp cook in Rainbow Lake, because a lot of the companies that were there then aren't there now. There was Wabash, there was E&C, there was, oh boy, there was Decant Construction. Man, and I don't know if the airport there is still called Time Air, but anyway, here's something interesting for you high school students in Rainbow Lake today. I have in front of me these two glasses. These glasses were given to people that graduated from Rainbow Lake High School in 1987. My sister and I each got one of these, and just before we moved to Rainbow Lake, there was a graduation ceremony in the gym at your high school in 1987. I also have here a letter of a progress report from Mrs. Muriel Aker, which in 1980 was my grade 1 teacher. And the letter is dated November 7th, 1980. I had this laminated a few years ago. Anyway, it speaks about my challenges in school and how difficult I was as a student, and about how I had so much energy and couldn't seem to focus. 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with fetal alcohol spectrum disorder and am now an ACE recipient. But I'm high functioning and I'm independent. And today I have a clean criminal record. I take no prescription medication and have been an active marijuana user for 30 years. And I don't even get as much as a head cold. So I wanted to share this little video with you in Rainbow Lake. And also wanted to ask if anybody in Rainbow Lake, with all that vast forest around there, does any bushcrafting. You take a look at my YouTube channel. I have a video up about my bushcraft tools, about bushcraft shelter that I built. And with the vast forest area around your town in every direction, there's got to be somebody out there that likes going out in the bush with a draw knife and, building something. I can't imagine that the kids up in Rainbow Lake are all glued to a cell phone like they are in other areas, but who knows. I haven't been to your town since '87, and I've always wanted to go back there, but with the price of a plane ticket there and back, and the fact that it could take 2 days drive and I don't drive, it's not an easy thing to do. If Greyhound was still operating, I'd probably take a trip up there and just bring my tent and my bike. And I'm assuming the mosquitoes are still as big as horseflies out there. I'd like to share an interesting story about Rainbow Lake. My parents, well, my mother and her brother, who helped raise me, we drove out west of Rainbow Lake towards the gravel pits. We used to call them the gravel pits, and there was a bridge called the Bailey Bridge out there. Now, I went to school with the Roll kids, April, Leslie, and Twyla Roll, and apparently one of their family members had built a cabin out there that was right by that bridge, and there's a little campground area there. There was anyway. I knew about that cabin. Apparently it got removed. Obviously you can't have a structure anymore anywhere. I found from bushcrafting, if you're on private land and you don't have permission, you get kicked off pretty quick. So we used to go to that gravel pit all the time. And I remember my uncle going down the river there in a little canoe, and he ended up getting lost. But I enjoyed my time in Rainbow Lake, and I'd like to come back there. I remember watching the school get rebuilt, when the old one was basically done. And I remember when Mr. Al Freckleton was at that school as the principal. And I remember me drilling a little hole in the desk right after the brand new desks came off the truck, and I got strapped for that. Um, I also was part of ADAC when they came to the school, and we had debates about drugs and alcohol awareness. And now today at 49, I do bushcraft. I ride a mountain bike out in the bush. I like camping and fishing and having fires and barbecuing. So Rainbow Lake would be a great place for me. Unfortunately, it's so secluded. It's just not convenient. And I'm told that Rainbow Lake isn't the booming town it once was, but that's only from what I've been told by a couple people. Um, I wonder whatever happened to Wabash Oil Field and whatever happened to, oh, I can't remember her name. There was a woman that was a receptionist there at Wabash. And is Decant Construction still operating? And E&C. And when I lived there, I had a 4-story treehouse because we got all our lumber and supplies from the dump. And I remember when the Rainbow Lake Hotel was renovating, they threw out all their old red curtains, and I ended up getting them all for this shelter. So, interesting place. And in the winter, the Rainbow Lake grocery store, and I wonder if the people that owned the grocery store then still do, because there used to be a house right beside the grocery store there, in that town center mall, that little strip mall there, where you had it used to be the post office, the library, and then that Rainbow Lake Hotel there, and then I think it was the grocery store on the other end, and there was a house right beside the grocery store. And Mike and Tim Kopachanski's parents owned that store at the time, and I used to go to school with them. Tim Kopachanski, I think I got a hold of him on Facebook a while back, and I couldn't get a hold of Mike, and I was under the impression something happened to him. He passed away, but I don't know. So anyway, the only person I know that I used to go to school with there was Twyla Roll or April Roll, one of the others, the last member. I knew a lot of people there, but anyway, I wonder if Cantera is still there. Cantera was a company that all the kids' parents worked for. And there was the rich side of town where all the pavement, and then the gravel side of town where all the poor people apparently lived. At least when I was little, that was the impression, is all the kids that had parents with rich jobs lived on the north side of town where everything was paved. So, and of course I lived on the side of town that had all the gravel. And I remember a kid back then, named Jimmy King, and he used to carry his cigarette pack under his shirt sleeve. Weird thing back then. Anyway, for all you Rainbow Lake people, hello, this is Mike. So, thank you for your time. I hope you like, subscribe, and I hope people from Rainbow Lake see this video. Thank you.